Well, we march and we move, chat. Let's do it. The Resign phase for the very first time in the 2034 offseason. Again, we have tough decisions to make. Fox, in due time. We have tough decisions to make here financially. I'm going to have to be a little bit more decisive with what I want to do here. And that first bit of decisiveness is that, yeah, I don't want to lose Park. I wasn't sure initially because I wasn't sure what the financial situation was going to be. I don't want to lose this guy. I don't know if the 85% trick will work. I hope so. I'm going to knock it down to $10 million over 8 years and hope for the best. Turkov's qualifying offer is 1.1, so we're definitely doing that. Peterson's qualifying offer is 1.2. Yeah, we might as well just qualify him for that. That's fine. All UFAs, we're pretty much going to be waiting. Finley, we can save a little bit of money, and as we've learned from this game, you got a nickel and dime because it doesn't know how to fucking add properly. Bring back all debts. Rubenesque, you're out of here again. And that's fine. Right wing side, I have no idea what the hell we're doing there. Stutzla, 1.27. Yeah, we'll save some money there. He'll be on a two-way deal. All's well and good. Left wing side. Got to qualify Ponikarovsky, otherwise he's way too goddamn expensive. Oh, boy. Markstrom at 1.2. We'll save some money on you. Tuzolino. Absolutely sucks. Center-wise, whatever. Helms is at 1.1. Let's save some money on you. Again, he'll be on a two-way instead of a one-way, I believe. Rights. Let's keep you around. All right, now let's see where we're at money-wise. Park rejected because, of course, 85% tricks just not going to work for me because the morale's on. Right. Oh no, again, goalies are the last thing that I'm worried about. All right. Well, Park's qualifying offer is $8.4 million. That's the cheapest I'm going to possibly get the guy at. I got to qualify him again. I let go of Sims before. I feel bad for Vancouver, right? They're the ones that really got screwed out of this. Although they'll probably get the same players again. So if I look at the team, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, Sims and Duncan are not the most valuable players here. So Jeff Sims, we're gonna say goodbye to you again, pretty much because I have to. We'll say goodbye to Duncan as well because you want a one-way deal. If Gove will take a two-way deal, he can stay, and he will take a two-way deal. So there we go. Forwards, Jesus Christ. Hanula. We know he'll take a two-way deal to stay around on the AHL side. Same for Sawyer. Right. Morin. That was a one-year deal at $13 million sound. Letourneau. That was a one-year deal at not your asking price. How about 1 year, $12 million? He's not going to take it, but I got to try. Roger McQueen and your 15 goddamn million. You're not going to accept this, but I got to try. Ashton Bootland, I'd really like to keep you too. I don't really want to give you the Bootland. Let's see. Sawyer accepts. Bootland actually accepted. That's great. So did Morin. Letourneau said no. Hanula said yes. McQueen said yes. Gove said yes. Cool. So we got $23 million to sign Letourneau. Goalie-wise, again, Kirsch wants $4 million. He can fuck off. Hubbard doesn't want much, but he sucks. I do want to keep Versteeg this time. That was the big regret that I had. So $23 million. We know we're going to need to leave about $13 million open for Park, if not fucking 15, because this game doesn't know how to add. So Letourneau is the top focus here. Let's do 12.5. Versteeg signs. Letourneau says no. Letourneau, for the love of God. For the love of God. Let's do 13.5. Take the deal. Thank you. That leaves us with $11 million in cap space, which means I'm still going to have to move somebody out, depending on that offer sheet. Probably should have just let Letourneau go, but that's fine. I'll deal with it. We do know that Silverthorne, Hagos, Sterner, all gone. They were going to be gone anyway, except this time Vancouver doesn't get them. But, yeah, and then, of course, the goalies are gone, too. So, yeah, Silverthorne, Hagos, Sterner, I salute you, gentlemen, but you're out of here as we try to keep Park on the roster. We got to sign scouts again and coaches again. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going insane. I'm losing my mind. Help me. Help me. Somebody tell Wolf yes that I tried the 85% trick since he's in an ad, apparently. Or that you were in an ad. Now you heard me, so there you go. Okay. Shitload of money to Yoshimura. And then Hector Witt, AHL goalie coach. I'd end up having to fire somebody probably, but you know what? At least our coaching staff would be goddamn fantastic. Yeah. How many scouts do we need? 5. Sometimes 90 works. Man, it is what it is. Not too worried. It's going to work out. It's going to be fine. We are going to overcome EA's inefficiencies with mathematics. And damn it, we're going to win a Stanley Cup. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. See what happens. Yoshimura went to the Canucks. Well, there you go. Don't feel bad for the Canucks now. They made out like bandits getting an A-plus coach. We're going to win a damn Stanley Cup, and it's going to be great. Ponikarovsky. Let's do remind me in 6 days. And we'll match it for now. And he'll be the one that gets traded should we get the big-time offer for Park. Will we get the big-time offer for Park? Turakov gets qualified. We'll match that too. And yep, we're going to be in trouble if... Yep, there it is. This time it's Colorado. At even more money. $13 million. You cucks. Okay, we need $13 million in open space. This is great. This game loves me. Right now we have 10. Although, according to EA, that means we actually have like 8 million left or some bullshit. Okay. Versteeg, Bonkin, goals, skewing, blah, blah, blah. Defense. So in terms of who we can get rid of, Peterson, you got to go, buddy. I mean, our defense is going to take a hit, but at least our top 4 will be set. I'm not too worried about the third pairing. Peterson, you got to go. Actually, in fairness, Peterson, Finley, Gove. Actually, those are two-way deals, aren't they? Yeah, they are, so that's not a big deal. Peterson's got to go, though. Right wing side. Nobody, unless it's a big name. Left wing side, Ponikarovsky is out. Centers. We know Beach is gone, too. We're so fucking boned. We are so goddamn boned. Hate to say goodbye to our beautiful boy Peterson, but it's got to happen. Because this game hates me. Can you go to Vancouver? There you go. Vancouver will help you out anyway. There you go. There you go. All right, it is now showing us with $13 million in cap, which should be enough, but it isn't because we know how this game works. Which means we still have to fucking get rid of somebody. At least one more contract worth $1 million. At least. I don't even know if we have that type of contract, to be honest. We might not. Save. Hell no, I'm a risk taker, baby. Problem is, it's got to be a one-way deal. Well, the trade, it said you had 98 million and the 114. Yes, fucking. Of course they're fucking. Fuck. Might end up being it for Hirsch. Yep. We're down to the big 6 and the big 4 defensemen, which is about to become the big 3. So the Turikov or Hirsch that's out. Obviously, did auto sign someone to make up roster spots? No, I don't see anybody there that would have been counting against it. Hirsch has been an immense disappointment as a medium elite. He's not going to get too much better. Turikov has lost his abilities that he developed. That's fun. Problem is, it has to be Hirsch based on the money he's making at 2.7 to guarantee that I actually have the funding. So Rudy Hirsch, one of our most immense disappointments. We're going to send you to Vancouver as well. And get our own 7th round pick back. Yeah, you notice how it shows us at 98 right now? You notice how it's showing us at 98 million right now? Yeah, let's see if it stays that way. Hirsch, you got to go, buddy. There we go. You're welcome, Vancouver. Let me keep my goddamn defenseman game. I wouldn't trade away players. Suck my balls. Yay! Let's keep Chris Park for 7 years at $13 million. Match the offer. Let's go. Never in doubt, chat. Never in doubt. Oh, look at that. Isn't that weird how we have fucking $2.7 million left? Huh. Now we got the 2.7, which is the cost of Rudy Hirsch, who I shouldn't have had to trade. Anyway, hi. I'm doing great. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Everything's great. I'm just having fun with a garbage-ass game. Because you have to. Trade for Hirsch back. I don't want to give up what it would cost to get him back is the problem. Although you could argue a second... I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe I will bring him back because this fucking game sucks. Maybe I will bring him back. Reaver, probably top of the hour. Oh, look at that. He went up a point the second I got rid of him. Although now it's showing me as being slightly over. Yeah, fuck it. He's gone. He's gone. Unless I can get them to retain salary on him, which maybe I can. Let's see. Why not? Why not? Let's see if we can bring old Rudy back and to not be able to afford him after this year, you know? Let's see. Do I have anybody that sucks, but the game actually thinks is good? Is there anybody that sucks, but that the game thinks is actually good? Shockingly, no, because low elite potentials are handled terribly in this game. If we use Hemingway in goal in a second. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the value to get Hirsch back. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, we'll win without him. Don't worry about it. We will win without him. 36 players under contract. It's time to sign some dudes who are unsigned. Wesley's playing in Drummondville, but we can sign Schlemko. And Hemingway can't be signed. Defensively, Winehandle's coming in. Aegon absolutely sucks. We can bring in Bentley for the AHL. Wolski can't sign for Lunda, though, for Sontag. We can sign him. Forwards. Kyler Owen absolutely sucks. Tanabe is a Winterhawk, and Renberg absolutely sucks. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting team this year. Goalie's going to be Versteeg and Bonk. And we're probably going to play the hell out of Bonk. Probably turn out to rotate back on, though. Park, DeRocher, Turikov, now the big 3 on defense. And I have a decision to make from there about who's actually going to play defense on this team. And I am now officially desperate enough, after all of those trades, to go back to our old strategy of saying, screw the lower-rated guys, as in like the 77s and the 78s. I'm going to call up the guys that are low elites and try to brute force their development, because without doing that, we're screwed long-term. So that is the goal this year, is to have 2 great defensemen and try to brute force the hell out of the other guys. In terms of the forwards, we have our big 6 and nothing else. So guess what we're going to be doing? Trying to brute force the development of some of our prospects. You nailed it. You're so smart, chat. Gold star for the day. Even Cademan Helms. Get out of here, Cademan. Nobody likes a Cademan. Sorry if your name's Cademan. For more reasons than one. Alright. How many dudes do we have? It's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 2 dudes that we have to drop. 2 dudes that we got to drop. We got Corvo. Markstrom probably isn't getting much better than he already is at his age. I mean, Heberlein and Holler are the 2 youngest of the bunch, so let's send those guys down. We'll rock with everybody else. So yeah, our depth has taken a massive, massive hit. However, it is strategic. We're going to run that as a top 6, maybe mix it around a little bit, and then come playoff time, 2, 2, and 2, in terms of teammates on each of the 3 lines, like we did to get to the Cup final. The 4th line can be whoever. Obviously, that plan could absolutely fall apart should we not make the playoffs. But we're not going to talk like that. We're not going to talk like that. Honestly, this version of the team is pretty much good to go. Honestly, this works. Gonna make sure we get the best face-off options. And we do. Defense. This is a tough one. This one we have no choice but to spread the wealth immediately. And give each of our 3 actually good players somebody to work with. That is the plan there. And then again, goalies versus and Bonk. AHL, I don't even know who the hell's left for the AHL in terms of like players we're going to care about. Skewin and Schlemko are fine for the goalies. They're both medium elites. Homer, you're fine. Is Ponikarovsky ours? No, he's not. Do we actually have a defenseman that we care about? I believe Peckham and Bentley. Let's get Peckham in there. Finley's 24. Gallagher is 27. He's good, but he's not going to get any better. Oh, do we have... okay, that glitch is still in the game, huh? So we do care about Janssen. And then sorry to 25-year-old Andrew Gove, but you're going to be out for Bentley. Again, we got to try to like hell to develop players right now. So, in terms of potentials, we'll put Bentley with Ted Finley. And we'll put Audette with Janssen. Just going to try to optimize this the best I can. This AHL team is not very good and will probably go back to missing the playoffs after making it last year, but hey, them's the breaks, as they say. We got some dudes in this lineup that we really don't care about anymore. Let's get Hanula on the 4th line, Hemingway to the 3rd line, actually with Swick on the 4th line, that works. So Holler, Ricci, Heberlein, Cademan Helms there. All right, so that is looking okay. I would have thrown in the towel if that happened. I don't blame you, but you know what? I am a man with a fault, and that fault is toxic determination over shit that doesn't ultimately matter. Case in point, we're still playing this. Okay. The thing is, though, I think we are going to land on our feet, despite how fucking stupid it was to see what just happened. I very much think we can make the playoffs again. I very much think we can still win a Stanley Cup. Is Wilkinson still our best choice for a head coach? He's now a 64 scheme fit. How good's Phillips? 60. What about DeMello? 60. All right, so still Wilkinson at a 64. Rodney, nope. Paish, also at a 64. Who's better between these two? So that's 2. Leads back to 1. +1 for Paish. Paish is slightly better. Paish is ahead right now as a 64 scheme fit. Gleason, 67 for Stu Gleason. Say hello. 66 for Hector Witt. And he's it's going to be Hector Witt. We're technically going to have 2 goalie specialist coaches on this team. DeMello's going to be down to the AHL. Let's have Phillips in there. And then one of you 3. Teaching influence. I'll go with Paish as the assistant. So that is a phenomenal setup there. 62 for Rodney as the AHL head coach. And then what about Gleason? 60. Okay. So we'll have Rodney as the head coach. And let's just go see who we can hire to fill that role. Lynn, AHL associate. Is this really better than F1 in its current state? Jury's out. Jury's out on that one. Some intense deliberations going on. All right, we need a scout for the dub. Scout for the dub. We need 2 scouts for the Q. That answer sounded painful. Well, because F1 was in a horrible, horrible state at launch, it sounds like it's getting a little bit better. And then there's this game, which I love with all my heart, and want nothing more than to see this be the best game it can possibly be. That passion only gets you so far. And by so far, apparently not very far at all. Let's see, we got a U.S. Central, and we got to move one other guy to Europe. And that'll be a Russia spot. So there you go, Wolf, in case you were one of those dumbass Americans that sees Russia as a bastion of freedom. There you go. You'll be right at home over there. Have fun. Have fun. I think we're okay. Now, our our team grades, offense, defense, goaltending, they're going to look significantly worse. But we're trying to be super top heavy. We're going full Maple Leafs, basically. So what we're going for. We start off our season against the Boston Bruins. I'll put up a prediction as to playoffs. I'm ready to place your bet, but in terms of our little rating here, what do we got? 87, 66, and a 79. Yeah, that's a bit lower than I thought it would be. We do still have 5 golds, though. Putting again Rafi DeRoche with that gold ice pack, which is beautiful. And we still, oh boy, have a couple of superstar players, but not nearly as many as we used to. Okay. Let's see if we took the right approach here. Let's find out. I don't know the answer. There's a chance that we goof this up. Wouldn't be the first time. Well, we lost 10-2 to Carolina. That's immediately not a good sign. But you never know what it might be. I just realized I didn't turn on auto-rotate. We are 5-4 to start the year, though. That's not too bad. Let's go turn on auto-rotate here so that a certain bonk gets some playing time. Wrath, what's going on? that back to 20 for the hell of it. Auto-rotate goalies. There we go. Did we take too many hits? The offer sheet, should we have just recycled those players, gotten the 4 offer sheets, had 3, 4 first-round picks in a given year? Maybe. Although I think we'd have depth, but we'd lack the superstars. So, 11-3, the final. Toronto beats us. We are looking slightly competent, though. We do lose to Minnesota in a cup rematch. And after I said we were looking slightly competent, we've lost a lot of games. Right. December 1st. Make that December 3rd. 13-12-1. Not horrific, but not outstanding. What's the goaltending looking like? I have to know. You know, that bonk meme might not be long for this world. Might not be. Goodness, goodness, goodness. 1 second here. All right. Defense, how are we looking? Line handle's actually a positive player. Sontag, DeRoche, Delorme, and Turikov not working. So let's swap out Delorme and Sontag. And then how's the bottom 6 looking? Absolutely fucking atrocious. Which was to be expected. Let's just put Tamarinis on a higher line. How's the... Okay, our second line's not exactly thriving, but I'm willing to leave it. See what happens, though. All right, let's march. Let's move. Do. Come on now. By the way, shits and giggles, in case we miss out on the... Oh, good, it's a playmaker. It's a little franchise playmaker, the son of Nick Patan. Goodness, goodness. All right. 17-6-1. I mean, we're pretty consistent, although we have won 5 games in a row. And we beat St. Louis 20-17-1. 3 points out of a playoff spot. That's not that bad, given the amount of depth that we lost. Obviously, we could make certain call-up efforts, especially on defense. And that might have to happen, although those defensive pairings have been a little bit better since we've made those changes. Dominic Bonk still has just 4 games played, even though auto-rotate's back on. I don't know what's up with that. But at least Mauricio Versteeg has been okay. Why the hell hasn't Bonk played, right? Auto-rotate, just turn back on. Yeah. Why has our backup only played 4 games? We don't have UC Saros. Or Igor Shesterkin. Like, it's one thing to run one of those 2 into the ground. You're running Mauricio Versteeg into the ground. I hate our coach. So much. I just hired him. And I already hate him. So. Goodness. Alright, and yeah, ooh boy, we are starting to lose a little bit too much, gentlemen. That was a real rough month for us. A real rough month. How bad is the situation now? We are 12 points behind Montreal. Fuck. Oh, we lost too much talent. The question is now, do we just allow ourselves to take this year off and say, all right, we're going to be bad? Or do we try to salvage it right at the very end? And I guess that is dependent on whether or not Montreal's the 8 seed right now or not. Are they the 8 seed or the 7? They're on 58 points. Okay, it's about the same. So we're 12 points out of a playoff spot. Oh, I know I signed people to 1-year deals. I know. And we will continue to do so. It's not like we can blow it up for picks at the deadline. Okay. Sontag, Delorme, Winehandle for Gallagher, Finley, Gove. Not going to lose anybody on waivers. We're gonna try to turn it around. We're gonna try to turn it around. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Wrights would be on waivers, so we're not gonna drop him. Let's see, 10, 11, 12 with Hanula. So yeah, sorry to Hanula. Okay. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Let's see if we can turn this sumbitch around. Let's see. Average ratings on the team have gotten better. And we're going to see if that helps or if the team is just kind of bound to be mid this year. And if that's the case, then, well, that's the case. And throughout March and April, we'll just try to tank as best we can. We don't have to worry about Ponikarovsky and Galiev. Do need Homer in there. And the Vine handle. Also Delorme and Sontag. Damn. Yeah, if you're a medium 6, I'm sorry, but your playing time has come to an end for this season. Putting Cesar Audette. Get Delorme in there. Not too worried about chemistry. I do have to worry about the godforsaken power play. That isn't even actually incorrect. It just wanted me to go to that page. Okay. Gentlemen, you got a month to turn it around. A 12-point gap as of February 1st is not a death sentence. But we have to be on top of our game. We absolutely crushed Tampa, Pittsburgh, Montreal. The boys are cooking. Never mind. Win 4, lose 3. Win 4, lose 4. Win 5, lose 5. Win 6, lose 6. Win 7. Son of a bitch. They're so inconsistent. Oscar Olesen for Zane Parekh. Picks involved. Literally, we won 7 games and lost 7 games last month. The status quo remains intact. We are now 15 points behind the Habs. We are going to go from being up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup final to not winning the Cup and missing the playoffs the next year. The Rangers are on 74 points. We're cooked. 1 win away from the goddamn Cup. We get reverse swept, and now we're not even going to make the playoffs the following year. Time to call all the kids back up. Versty, you're going to end up being scratched. Let's call up Skewin. Actually, let's just put Versty through waivers if he gets claimed, whatever. And he didn't. Actually, no. Well, yeah, Schlemko can get some starts. It's fine. The Wild broke this team. They did. Again, I said it was kind of our last hurrah. I didn't realize to what extent it was our last hurrah. But clearly now we know. Now we know. I really don't want to lose Cademan Helms to waivers. So Hemingway down. Let's go for... fuck it. We'll just leave Hemingway, but we'll call up the defense. We'll just let the forwards do their thing. So best lines at the NHL level. Let's do something like that. And then defensively, we got to go with the previous setup. Bonk is now the starter. Best lines in the AHL. Let's just make sure no one's in there we don't want playing full-time. That looks fine. Defense, we don't care about Ponikarovsky. So let's get him out of there for Magnus Janssen. And then here, let's get Trent Swick out for... I didn't even mean to take out Audette, but whatever. We'll get Audette back in there. And then Yuri Kaigorodov will also get you out for a defenseman. We'll get Peckham in there. And Yakupov will be out for Bentley. That way all those defensemen are at least in the lineup and playing games. So it is Operation Tank as best we can. Hopefully get a good pick in the draft lottery and bounce right back into being a playoff team. That is the plan. But you watch now. This team will start winning games because we're already boned. Or not. Just keep losing. That's fine by me too. As we did beat the Blues, we will check to see where they are, where the Avs are, and if we made a mistake or not. But I did genuinely think we could find our way through. That's just not quite how it happened. Yikes. 36-42-4. The Goons miss out on the playoffs this year. Second worst team in the Atlantic, only above the Boston Bruins. Meaning that we finished as a bottom 5 team in the league. There's the fucking Winnipeg Jets again. There's the Avs as well. Turns out taking offer sheets would have been a pretty smart move. The Blues did make the playoffs, though. Yeah, turns out letting people go when they got offer sheeted might have been the best way to go. Our offense struggled compared to what they normally do, and that's saying something, because Wasselin still had 93 points and 53 goals. 89 points for McQueen, 82 for Lindstrom, 32 goals. But we had some players that didn't quite do as much as I thought they'd be able to. And no surprise, our depth scoring was a bit hit or miss. Defensively, Park, his best offensive season to date. So he and Winehandle finished out the season with solid numbers, but the other two pairings were absolutely atrocious. And in goal, well, Dominic Bonk tried. But we have still not been able to solve our goaltending issue of getting a goalie with at least a 900 save percentage, unfortunately. Nicholas Silfverberg of the Lightning led the league on 127 points, 77 goals. Second place, his line mate, Skylar Cole. Third place, their line mate, Noah Kosick. How the hell did we beat that team in the playoffs last year? I have no idea. Bedard rocking a 97 overall, 1,200 points in under 1,000 games at 29 years old, an absolute mutant. Austin Matthews now at 37, by the way. 954 goals, 1,700 points. For Austin Matthews, Tisha Ginla's up there. Top goal scorer was Silfverberg. Boroboff up there for the Blues. Defensively leading the way for points, Cale Makar. Now 36 years old, but still an absolute freak. 1,500 points in 1,200 games for the 36-year-old. Winning us goaltender, Jesper Wallstedt in Tampa. They were a wagon this year. Shutout leader with 5, Wallstedt and Rodney Blair in Calgary. And honestly, good save percentages this year. We're approaching a 910, so we just did not have the goaltending. And, well, neither of the goalies we let go of were way up there for save percentages. Hubbard with a 900 for the Vancouver Canucks. And I don't even know where the hell our other guy is, so. Rookie-wise, it probably will be Gilbert Trudeau over Setaguchi because of the plus-minus. Outside chance for Bjorn Fritzmeier to win the Calder. We'll see how that pans out. But my game plan here is to get to the draft. Hopefully we win the lottery. But yeah, that was a disastrous season for us. A massive, massive setback. The AHL team didn't make the playoffs either. We can only do what we can do. Maybe going full Maple Leafs wasn't the right way to go about it. We haven't looked at the draft class since the beginning of the year. There's no point in us getting a top 5 pick because there's nobody available. Best guy here might be Johan Leonard, and we certainly need another defenseman after having to trade Rudy. Calgary Flames win the Stanley Cup. Cleveland Monsters win the Calder. Will this be worth from who knows? Taps, who knows? Equal. As Calgary gets revenge on Tampa in 6 games. There you go. You just have to wait 31 years after the fact, and the Calgary Flames will get their redemption from Martin Gelinas. There you go. And of course, Calgary, we've seen them before. We know that they're a stacked team. Gavin McKenna leading the way. Dude named Vasilevsky, Anton Frondell, Ryan Leonard, Ivan Demidov, Matt Coronado, and that Blair dude in goal. Your award winners this year, as it's now been 3 straight cups, 4 out of the last 5 for Western Conference teams. Silfverberg wins the Art Ross. That's 2 Art Ross winners in a row for the Lightning. He also won the Hart. And Cale Makar wins another Norris, which is insane. Lady Bing the Makar. Trudeau wins the Calder. Vasilevsky the Conn Smythe. Vezina the Wallstead. JVR the Jennings. Not JVR, but still. Minnesota's coach won the Jack Adams. McCamey, I don't know, won the Selke. Silfverberg the Ted Lindsay. And the Rocket Richard. He was insane this year. And no familiar names outside of maybe Pexa. Oh, Hagos, the forward we had to let go of, just won the Calder Cup. It was named MVP of the playoffs. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. We got him away from this tire fire. I'm happy for him. Progress reports. Minimal improvements. McQueen still hasn't developed a gold, nor has Letourneau. Bootland now has its tricky. Markstrom kept getting better, which is nice. Turakov stunted again. Bonk did not get better at all, which is a bit of a nightmare. Skewin could end up being the guy. We got for the Stanley Cup. Give me the Florida Oilers. Bobrovsky keeps playing like he has been. It's going to be the Panthers. So, draft lottery. Can't wait to get a top 5 pick when there's no top 5 eligible players for us to select. I know we didn't move up or down, but still, my God. The Boston Bruins, though, do have the number 1 overall pick. That was the only bit of movement was between them and the Islanders, which is terrible news for us because it means the Bruins in our division are going to get a franchise-level playmaker. Austin Matthews retires with 954 goals. Rantanen's gone as well. Marner, Necas, Buchnevich. Some Hall of Famers there. Damn. Hey, it'd be nice to have a Hall of Fame in this game. Defense, Werenski's gone. Vince Dunn. And in goal, Skinner. Gustafson, Montembeau. There you go. Hockey knows it's being ditched for college football. So, right. All right. Well, the last draft was so nice we had to do it twice. We have the 5th overall pick. Bruins do get that franchise player. Who's the best player for us here, then? First eligible player is Johan Leonard. Not particularly amazing. Medium elite power forward, almost confirmed medium elite power forward, Josh Nemeth. Goulet comparison. Complete unknown, Francis Jeffrey. Another unknown, and Ryan Ternasky. That's way too big of a risk, though. Us in the first round. Hudson Wozniewski. Gustavo Scavello. And Jorgen Eriksson potentially in the second round, I should say. Just for shits and gigs, is there anybody in the second round? Just so that we know who to look out for. There are some low elites, but they're not player types that we are eligible to take. There is a power forward, Melvin Cyphers. Thank God. We'll have to call a timeout here to game plan this. Try and get the best return possible. It is incredibly important that we draft well. It always is, but like now even more so. So let's use that timeout and figure out who we're taking 5th overall. So no goalies made it to our immediate shortlist. Crap load of defensemen. There's Tiny Walker. However, his potential sucks. Trevor Krause. Ryder Guerin. Len Highnote. Great physicality, but only a 1 out of 4 confirmed. Leonard. 2 years out. Jorgen Eriksson. 4 years out at 18. Wozniewski. 2 years out. The grades are looking okay based off of what we know. Penaganoff is 3 years out. And Danner. Similar style to Shea Weber boy, let me tell you. Let's see, right wing side, Nemish. Okay, tempting. Left wing, I mean Stromberg, we can rule out for now. Pisto probably as well, and then centers. Cyphers is 2 years out. Okay. Okay. So Cyphers is definitely in the mix for one of our top 2 picks, the Hungarian. Pisto's not in that conversation. Nemish is in that conversation. Leonard is also in that conversation. So is Wozniewski, based on what his overall is going to be. So with our first 2 picks of this draft, we can get 2 of these players. Nemish, or Cyphers, I should say, feels like the safest bet. All of them were 18 years old as well. I don't like that listed potential for Wozniewski. So it's either Nemish or Leonard. With this first pick and then Cyphers' clear-cut second pick. It would make sense to get Leonard and then Cyphers because we need depth on both sides of the puck. K-Town, how are you, by the way? Stubbs as well. Yeah, let's go for the 2 guys that are 2 years out. We'll take Johan Leonard. 5th overall. At least he's a medium elite. I'll take that. Stubbs, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Stubbs, happy birthday to you. There we go. Enjoy it. K-Town, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. So we do get Leonard. I don't think he would have had any abilities or anything. No, but at least it's somebody to build around. And then 38th, we'll be able to go for Nemish. And that way we get a solid forward and a solid, or Cyphers, I keep saying Nemish. That way we'll be able to get a solid forward and defenseman in this draft. 68 overall, low elite for Melvin Cyphers. So already this is one of our best drafts in years. So I'll take that. Can we keep up that momentum, though, is the question. For goalies, no guaranteed elites, no guaranteed starters for that matter. Defensively, we do have another medium elite, and now would be the time to take him on defense, Gustavs Kapitanov. So right now, he is the guarantee. There are also a couple of guys who could be a low elite. I'm not worried about low 4. That potential sucks. So the Lithuanian Kapitanov is the guy right now. Was he eligible? I just realized the mistake I was making because I played it like I was playing goalies. Can you tell how desperate my brain is to be like, no, just take the good players. Take nothing but the good players. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed. At least there are a couple of those guys that we can actually take. So, at least I caught myself. So right wing side. The good thing is all those guys are actually available. Left wing side, none of those guys are available. And then centers, we got Eichel, Grossman, and that is it. So Kapitanov's the guy, easily. 5 years out, but he's 17 years old, guaranteed medium elite. That's the type of player that we need. He is only a 49. But 2 mediums and a low elite in your first 3 picks of a draft, that's pretty damn good no matter what restrictions you have. So, rocking my own draft to glory, you've inspired me. I'm so sorry, K-Town. I'm so sorry for doing that to you. You deserve so much better. You deserve so much better than to be inspired by this nightmare. This living horror. Alright, so defenseman. Actually, since we have our list, who's projected to go next? So we got the wise man. 19 years old, 5 years out, though. Not great for him. Peltola, 17, 5 years out as a goalie. We have Payer, 20 years old, 4 years out. Suhanen's 4 years out at 19. Kachuk, 5 years out at 18. So it's either we risk it for Nico Suhanen, or we take that goaltender in Peltola. 17, 5 years out for Peltola. Suhanen was 19. Yeah, it's gotta be the goalie. He looks like the best guy available. Kari Peltola. We'll take the Finn. Fringe starter, kill me. God, why? All right, who's next? Austin Ma. 5 years out at 18 years old. Another goalie, Jerome Biron. 5 years out at 19, so we'll go with Ma over him. Anybody else in the mix at this point of the draft? No, so that makes our decision pretty easy. We will go with the right wing Austin Ma. Medium top 6 enforcer to 50 overall. Enforcers have been a big time rarity for us, despite this being a draft of glory. They're just not generating as much, at least not good ones. What do we got left on our list here? 4 dudes, 2 goalies, a winger, and a defenseman. Well, if we're going to take Vukafuji, it has to be with this pick. 5 years out at 17. 5 years out at 17. 5 years out at 18. Unconfirmed abilities. 5 years out at 18. It makes sense to go with the 2 younger guys, Vukafuji and Bodens. So, Isaiah Vukafuji. I am Mario Golf expert. Not an expert, but I used to be pretty good at Mario Golf. I haven't played in a long time, though. Warrior, what's up, by the way? And we go for Jesus Bodens. Jesus saves. But he's only a starter in a 47 overall. It was a decent little draft for us. In all honesty, especially at the top, I feel like we've rebounded relatively well from last year's major concerns. However, $49 million in cap space. And we do have big forwards to sign. We're going to have to sign these guys every single year. But about $50 million to do it. I think we're going to be able to keep this team together. I think. Let me just get a bit of a look at this team. So Bong's at a 1.1 qualifying. We could save money on him, signing him to a 2-way. For 1 year. Because he'll have RFA status at the end, so let's do that. Skewin. Try to save money on you too. I always max out the two-way offer just to make sure they sign it. Hemingway, fringe goalie. Sorry to Mr. Hemingway, 5th round pick in 2033. You are out of here. We'll see what happens with the rest of the goalies. Defensively, Homer. Sign you. Audette. Let's bring you in as well. Medium 7th, Aegon. Dwight Aegon, 4th rounder in 2033. You are a gone. Get out of here. Right wing side, Jesus Christ. Stutzla, I mean, you're just going to be an AHLer. Renberg. Might as well sign you just because I need AHLers. Left wing side, Hemingway. Might as well just sign you because I need AHLers. Hanula, same thing. Career AHL dudes. Even this guy who absolutely sucks. We just need bodies for the AHL side of things. We got the big name centers. Helms is willing to be paid nothing, which is great. Harvey Ho. Bring you back. Sawyer, you still suck, but we'll bring you back. Osplund. Got to bring you back too. And then obviously we'll have the big names that we got to worry about. Skewin, Sawyer, Homer, Audette, Owen, Hanula, Swick, Ho, Bonk, Stutzla, Helms, Hemingway, Osplund. Okay, everybody accepted. Good. $49.5 million for 5 players. 4 of them we actually care about. Gallagher. We can hold on to you as an AHLer. So, McQueen. Let's see. So, 13.5. You times that by 4, that's 54 million. So, we need some people to be under 13 million. I think we're going to be okay. So, Roger McQueen, I'll try to get you signed to basically what you're asking for. Zach Morin, same thing. 1-year deal. I don't want any of you guys long term. Just in case we have to bail on a contract. Bootland's not even looking for that much. That way, too, you never know. We might accidentally sign somebody to a contract that the AI deems is bad, and we might not even be able to ditch him. Bootland rejected. Morin rejected. Letourneau rejected. Gallagher signed. McQueen rejected, of course. So we're going to have to go over the asking price. Let's go 13.5 for McQueen. Morin will be 11 million. Hopefully. Bootland will be 8 million. And Dean Letourneau, 7.7 is fine. Bootland rejects, Morin rejects, Letourneau rejects, McQueen. Oh my God, you selfish pricks.
Oh!
Unlike Mobsky. Thank you for the 40 months, Mobsky. How's your face?
Jacket, and of course, he's been asked to leave the ball.
This team is turning on us. They are absolutely turning on us. We're going to have to sit here and overspend on everybody. I should still have the money to do that. But good Lord. This team right now. Gentlemen, sign the contracts. Bootland rejects, Morin rejects, Letourneau rejects, McQueen. Oh my. Oh my. How about $14.5 million this year for Roger McQueen? Morin. Let's go 12 mil. Bootland. I don't even know how many days we have left before these guys hit free agency. About $9 million for Bootland. Should have done Park a favor and accepted the offer sheet. Yeah, apparently. We'll go $9 million for Dean Letourneau. As we are trying to hold on for dear life. Bootland rejects, Morin rejects, Letourneau rejects, McQueen. Oh my fucking god. I can't keep him. Guys, I think we're cooked. No one's willing to accept a contract extension. We kept these guys instead of taking offer sheets. We got reverse swept in a Stanley Cup final. And now all of them want out. Because they don't think we're going to be able to win. Holy crap. Fisher fried. That's one way to view it. Chris, good morning. Bootland signs, Morin signs, Letourneau rejects, McQueen rejects. So 2 of them end up being free agents. We got $29 million to split between the 2 of them to try and get them to stay. Right, so the $29 million between the 2 of them, obviously. McQueen, we offered over $15 million. He wasn't willing to accept. So there is about, we'll go with a $4 million difference between the 2 of them. So that is going to mean probably going to go $18 million for 1 year for Roger McQueen. And we'll go $11 million for 1 year for Letourneau. 1 year, $18 million for Roger McQueen. And Dean Letourneau, 1 year, $11 million. You're not going to get that type of money from anybody else, Dean. Job security, bah! Thank you, Mopsky. I need to know. I need to know if these guys are going to be here for the next year or not. We got a couple coaching offers to put out really quickly. Tucker Hansen, the most wanted man in the state of Florida. Tucker Hansen. Give a crap load of money. And then Harkins as the assistant. I think we used to have Harkins on our coaching staff. All right. And then I don't know how many scouts I have to try and hire, but let me just send everybody that has an A an offer, including Tiny Bowl, our star scout, for years and years and years. Okay, let's find out. Are we losing 2 of the big 6? Really, it's 2 of the big 8. Are we losing a 4th of the 8th? That's not how that works. That is how that works. Mathematics. We got Tucker Hansen. We got Albert Harkins. Getting the scouts, and that's all well and good. But what about those 2 big-time players? Letourneau's back. McQueen is back. The band is back together. For 1 more season at least. We are so screwed, man. Because the second anybody develops to be half decent, we're not going to have the money to pay them. The writing on the wall spells out you're screwed. But damn it, I'm going to stay on this boat until it sinks.